This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Sports rundown.
And welcome in to the Sports Rundown here on 89.5 KQAL. I'm Ryan Glynn, joined in studio by Bree Conway, Eric Bell, and Gabe Slavin here on this Monday, April 6th. Right now, I'm sure a lot of you are you know that the Artemis 2 mission is going on right now outside. They're orbiting the moon for the moment. They've lost contact, is what we've heard. Eric, what were we seeing outside on the TV?
They lost contact, I believe. I don't know if they're on the dark side of the moon right now currently.
Must be.
They have to be, but yeah, they lost contact. I don't know if it's a scheduled lost contact.
It seemed like it was based off of.
Hopefully.
It was 4 minutes.
Yeah, based off of.
It's probably still going, maybe.
Yeah, based off of what they were reporting on the TVs outside here in Phelps Hall, that it's maybe because of the location they are orbiting the moon has something to do with that.
Yeah, something like that.
Not to alarm anybody listening. That's not the point of that, but that's going on right now. I'm sure a lot of people are. The mission is, this is the second mission, obviously, Artemis 2. Artemis 4, I heard, is the one that's supposed to land on the moon, hopefully in 2028. So I wanted to talk about, so I mentioned that. I want to talk about space, though, because this last weekend, I went and saw the movie Project Hail Mary. Has anybody here seen it?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it, okay. It's Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
I saw it with my family over the weekend, and I think that's a must-watch. Really good, super entertaining, twists and turns, some good humor in there. So I thought that was one of the best movies I've seen in the last couple years now. I really think so.
Wow.
I wanted to ask everybody, all right, give me in the last maybe 5 years or so, because a lot of people would say, oh, they never make any good movies nowadays, and that's not true. So that's just such a perspective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Give me your top 3 movies over the last, or it doesn't have to be top 3. Gabe, just Isaac's, just go wide there. He's like, I can't think of anything.
I haven't watched a lot of movies.
Okay,
so
give me a
far.
show. I don't know. I guess if you don't watch movies like Gabe
I can do movies. I just gotta
in recent years. So I'll say mine first. Project Hail Mary. This is in no order. Project Hail Mary is in there now. I think I would go the movie Air, which is about when Michael Jordan was signed the shoe deal with Nike, got the endorsement, and then the third one would be Top Gun Maverick that came out in 2022. So those would be my top 3. So we don't have to start with Gabe because he's obviously deep in thought. But Bree, do you have any answer? If you don't have 3, just maybe one.
I don't have 3.
Do you have any?
Honestly, the Barbie movie really moved me. It probably did not move you guys. I understand. I get it. But it was really cathartic to me. I watched it in theaters several times. It has great messages. It's just overall, it was very, very, very well done, and I very much so enjoyed it.
Top 3 movies that came in the last 5 years. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, number 1.
That's a good one.
What's that one? Explain to me.
It's not a coming of age movie, but it's it's an unhappy family, an unhappy mother with her life and whatnot. Okay. And it's a really hard movie to explain, but it's a really good movie. It made me cry, bawl my eyes out. Watch it with my mother. I can never watch that movie ever again because how good it was, and it made her really cry. Godzilla -1, I think, is number 2. Oh my god, I had the third one, but I just forgot it.
Didn't Everything Everywhere All at Once win Best Picture?
Yes, I believe so.
I forget what year.
I believe 2023.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
So do you watch the Oscars then?
I do. Yes.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do watch.
2022. Or well, actually, I think they won the 2023 Oscar, but.
Oh, it was made in 2022 and it won Best Picture 2023 then?
I would assume so.
Yeah, probably. That would make sense.
When does that, because the Oscars is always in February, right? So is it?
Yeah, February. It's usually March.
March? Okay, so is it every movie then that comes at around this time until now can win?
Yeah, basically. I know. Sorry, I just thought of the third one, Sinners. Sinners is a really good movie.
Oh, I feel like that should have won Best Picture this year. I guess I didn't see the other. No, it was the one with, what's his name?
Timothy?
No, thankfully not. It wasn't that. It was not Marty Supreme. It was Oh, what
One
was
with
it?
what's his name? We're on the path.
No, it was like Ryan Gosling, but like different. Hold on.
I don't know. Maybe look it up. While
is
you're looking it up, Gabe, what would your be?
Okay, I've got some movies up in the ready to go. Hustle, the one with Adam Sandler and Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
That's really good. I like that. American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story.
Iowa. So
It had nothing to do with Iowa.
I'm sensing a theme here. Sports.
Well, no, you don't even know what my third one is yet.
Well, okay.
All right, a little bit of a curveball. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh, I've heard that one's
Oh,
really
that's
good.
a good one. I like that pick.
What is that even about? I never saw that.
Well, okay, the cat is
Yeah.
on his last life,
Oh.
and he is being chased by a villain that's kind of interesting because it's literally. Is it a spoiler if I say what the
You
villain actually
can
is?
tell me.
No, you can just.
It's literally death. Like death is chasing after him. So
Oh, okay.
a little bit of a thinker there. So
And this is the Shrek universe. Puss in
correct.
Boots, you're saying.
The Shrekiverse.
Because doesn't he get really fat in one of the movies?
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what they make 4?
Is it the bad one? Is it 3?
the bad one?
Anyone after 2 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, okay, 4 is okay. 4 is okay.
Is that Shrek the Halls? Or is that just a Christmas special?
No, it's Shrek Ever After. Or
Oh, I
something
thought
like
I thought that was 3.
No, you're right. That's 3. What's the fourth one? That's the fourth
that's
title.
Well, isn't the fourth one still being made or something?
No, the fourth one's with Fiona.
Oh, Shrek Forever After is oh my God, what's his name?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
That one's the bad. That one you don't watch.
You
it.
know,
That's-
Third one's bad.
The third one's bad.
Didn't I think Shrek 2 was like the most popular movie when it came out or something?
Really?
When I Need a Hero plays, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's better than the original.
For sure.
Oh, that's a bold claim.
It's true.
Yeah,
It has
fair
it has like significant meaning to it.
Did you have it on the DVD?
Yes, but I went and watched it like at our daycare. So we didn't have like a lot of DVDs at home. We had it like at our family daycare.
Oh, interesting.
I can understand why you're not maybe a movie guy because of that. Like
Yeah.
I can see that connection. That makes sense. Or
Yeah.
DVDs here, where that my family had a bunch.
I have a huge collection.
And now, when do you think's the last time your family's gotten a new DVD?
Probably not since like 2021 or
Okay.
2022.
That's recent.
And that's probably more reason I would have thought.
Yeah, same.
Well, because I think we have, if I remember correctly, I think the last one we got was Onward. Or,
Okay.
yeah, that sounds about
Is that
right.
a Disney movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They still make DVDs for Disney movies?
Yeah, they still make DVDs.
Wow. Is it Blu-ray?
Yeah, it's
No, I don't have. Well, I think they make Blu-ray, but I don't. We never had Blu-ray.
Can you guys tell the difference
No, I
between
have
like an
no
actual,
idea what
like
the
a regular
difference is.
DVD?
Yeah. What's the
What's the Blu-ray? What's so special about Blu-ray?
I don't know what Blu-ray
the quality is supposed? I don't know.
Yeah.
bring
Is
back
it?
VHS.
Yeah, honestly.
Bring back. I have a bunch of VHS tapes
I don't.
Sweet.
because of my mother.
But you were looking. What's the?
Yeah, what's the-
it's
what's the
it's
verdict?
it's one battle after another.
Yes,
that
one
won it.
battle after another.
I've
yes.
heard that movie is like actually like really good.
Is
though.
it? I was reading the plot and it didn't sound very good. Okay, but who's the main character? Like, who's the main actor?
Oh my God, isn't it? It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yes, Leonardo. That's who I was thinking of. Like Ryan Gosling, but different.
And then
The old Ryan Gosling,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
say.
The guy
old.
that was a liability at corner for the Titans.
That is true. That is true.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, you said Ryan Gosling. So
Yeah.
I was thinking
okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan Gosling's the one in Project Hail Mary. I think I mentioned that, but
Yeah.
Yes,
The
yes,
only
yes.
time you'll see someone say, "Take me out, coach. I don't want to play in the championship."
yeah, the only time.
The only time.
Nobody else would ever do that. Anyway, we can get to some Warrior sports here on the Sports Rundown. As once again, a very full weekend. There's actually Warrior sports going on right now, I believe. Unless the baseball team have they finished yet. We can start with baseball, Gabe, as they were playing Jamestown a doubleheader today, and it looks like they lost their first game, but right now they're still playing the second game.
Yeah, I think it's important to provide some context here. Because of weather, they're going to play their doubleheaders they were supposed to play this weekend. They're going to play them today and Wednesday, starting with their Jamestown matchup in Sioux Falls, kind of a neutral site. They lost their first game today, 4-3. Dylan Harr had a very solid showing, scoring the first run for the Warriors, and they kept it in so far, but with a loaded bases for Jamestown at the bottom of the fifth, they got a couple of crucial runs there and really took advantage and took a 4-3 victory in the first matchup. Leading batter for the Warriors so far was Max Peterson, very popular name. We've heard that a bunch these past couple of weeks. He's really been hot up to bat on his 3 at-bats, but that wasn't the only game they had, as they are currently running away with it in the bottom of the sixth right now, as the Warriors are currently leading 8-0. Very successful start so far haven't had a bunch of hits so far. They only have 5, but 8 runs. Very interesting to look at that. Adam Wall has hit a home run in his at-bats with his 1 hit so far, 2 RBI as well. He's been struck out once. But again, Warriors splitting, looks like, I should say, because they still have a couple of innings to go. They're leading 8 runs to none against the Jamestown Jimmies. But I'm assuming they're going to split this series, and then they're going to have a very interesting matchup that's going to be very important for them in conference play as they take on the Augustana Vikings, who are currently 14th in the nation right now, according to D2. So we will have that at Lowry Field on Wednesday. Starting opening pitch will be 1:30 and 3:30 for that doubleheader as well. And then just taking a little stroll at the standings, Winona State currently at the halfway mark, currently 8th in the NSIC. So still on that line for the conference tournament according to winning percentage, as most likely they will be 8-8 by the end of today. So we'll keep that in mind as well. But Warriors have some very big series coming up.
They do a ranked matchup, as Gabe said. These guys, I'm telling you, I know the rescheduling changed the schedule, what days they play, but they played last Tuesday. They play Monday in Sioux Falls right now, like Gabe said, and then they'll be playing a day game on Wednesday. These guys don't go to many classes probably because they have so many days where they're either playing during the day or they have to travel. So definitely the schedule is going to be a little bit off for them. But yeah, back at home looking to pick up some wins, and yeah, would be in line to make the NSIC tournament. Last time did that was in 2023. Another team that was there's a bunch of teams that were competing this past weekend, but one of them would be our men's and women's golf teams who are actually competing. Women's was last weekend, and then the men's team is actually competing here today. And Eric, what do we have for the update?
Yeah, for the women's team, they were at the Upper Iowa Invitational in Waterloo, Iowa, where they finished 6 out of 10 teams. The first round was actually canceled due to weather complications of how rainy it was this past weekend, or I should say week, with Georgia Volley finishing with +9, finishing 11th overall, and then Kessa Mara finishing +12, Megan Young finishing +15, Taylor Lemire finishing +18, Lindsay Lunn finishing +20, and then Maeve McDougall finishing +18. And then heading over to the men's game, which is actually currently going on right now, or I shouldn't say, it has wrapped up, round 1 has, but they're at the Firekeeper Open in Maeda, Kansas, where they are currently tied for 6th with Javier Casarigo finishing with a total of +2, and then Luke Moss finishing with a +4, Payne Coran finishing with a +1, Logan Chouinard finishing with a +5, and then Diego Olano finishing with a +9, and then Max Jericho finishing with a +3 on the day.
There we have it. It is Masters Week. I know. Unfortunately, the three of you, Bree, you're not a golf fan, are you?
Oh, no.
Geez, big shake of it in there. Unfortunately, the three of you don't pay attention, but we'll talk about that later. Well, Gabe, you know.
Gabe was really hyped outside the studio. He's like, I'm getting into golf this year.
All right, well, I can't wait to hear about what you've learned in the second half of the Sports Rundown. Make sure to tune in for that. But yeah, men's and women's golf teams getting going here. Just a few weeks left in the season, and yeah, it'll be a good time for them. And yeah, next weekend they will be, as Eric was talking about, in Wayne, Nebraska for the women's golf team, and then in Maeda, Kansas for the men's team next Monday and Tuesday that would be. Next up, we'll move over to our women's track and field team. As Bree, a successful, looks like, weekend, and we had an individual we actually had on the show who had a very successful weekend.
Yes, very much so. So they were at the Ashton May Invite hosted by UW La Crosse, and there was a lot of first and second place finishers. So Kylie Anderson finished first in the 5,000 meter with a time of 16:58, and this earned her actually number 2 ranking in the NCAA Division II Central Region. And then was Ella Voigt the one that we had on the show?
Correct.
Okay, yes. And speaking of Ella Voigt, she won the 3,000 meter steeplechase, finishing with a time of 10:34.67 seconds. And this was enough to earn her the number 1 ranking in the NCAA Division II Central Region and in the NSIC. Now, Lexi Urbick topped the podium with a second place finish in the 100-meter hurdles with a time of 14:96. And then another second place finisher was Sasha Steinbach with a preliminary 100 meters with a time of 12 minutes and 16 seconds. And then Alyssa Larson led the way in the 400 meters, finishing second with a time of 57:63. And now she is sitting fourth in the NSIC. And then lastly, Adeline Barkley finished third in the 800 meter with a time of 2 minutes 7. Oh wait, yeah, wait. How am I not reading time? 2 minutes 17 seconds and then .61. Yeah, that sounds about right. Earning her third in the NSIC. And actually, Jenna Anders was close behind her, finishing fifth, and now being fifth in the NSIC. And then Chloe Frasky finished fourth in the high jump, with a height of 5 feet and 2.25 inches, making her third in the NSIC. And then, lastly, Mackenzie Wisbroker. Thank you. Wisbroker finished second in the long jump with a height of 18 feet and 3 1/4 of an inch. And that makes her eighth in the NSIC. Ella Schuler finished sixth and Megan Krull in ninth. And next weekend, they will be at the Men's State Open in Mankato on Saturday. So lots of very high finishers for our women's track and field team. Very good, setting the pace for the first outdoor meet of the year.
Yeah, for sure. Ella Voigt being the first Winona State Warrior athlete to win an outdoor track and field athlete of the week in the third.
Oh, yes, that's true.
The third week of the outdoor season officially, as they will be very busy over the next month or so. The NSIC Outdoor Championships will be up in Duluth, Minnesota, May 7th through the 9th. Just about a month away. Next up, we'll go with our softball team. As Gabe, they had a couple games that were moved in locations, and they were taking place on, this was Friday and Saturday.
Yes, you would be correct. And they moved these games indoors instead, as they played SMSU as well as Sioux Falls in their Friday-Saturday series. They started off very strong, still undefeated in conference play, mind you. They picked up back-to-back wins against Southwest Minnesota State. Tegan Mancuso picking up a couple of hits as well as Bryn Elson-Peter. She picked up a couple of runs in that opening game where the Warriors picked up a 4-3 victory, and pitcher who picked up the win was Ashley Tyson. She pitched about 2/3 of an inning, getting a strikeout as well as only allowing 2 hits. So she picked up a very solid performance. Jada Berg picking up 2 strikeouts as well. And another game to look at here is their next matchup against the Mustangs, as they won that game 10 runs to 2, picking up their back-to-back victories there. And then Alyssa Wolfel picking up a pair of hits as well. Whitney Wishmeyer picked up 3 hits as well at 3 at-bats, as well as 3 RBIs and 2 runs as well. She was a main catalyst for a very strong performance for the Warriors. Jada Berg also picked up 4 strikeouts in this one, allowing 6 hits and 4 runs. She pitched 4 of the innings here for the Warriors in that second victory. And the first loss in conference play unfortunately happened this weekend as well, as Winona State dropped their contest 6 runs to 2 against the Cougars in their first matchup, as it was a very quiet day at the bats, only 6 hits in this one, lowest of the weekend. Alyssa Wolfel picking up a pair of hits as well as Bryn Elson-Peter. Not a lot of runs there, so the Warriors needed to have a good bounce-back game, and a bounce-back game they did. And I'm going to start with 7 runs to none. Winona State picked up another victory, their 11th conference victory of the season, and Jada Berg picked up no hits, no runs, and 13 strikeouts. Woo indeed there from our very own Ryan Glenn. Jada Berg, with that performance, also picks up NSIC Player of the Week honors for pitchers. So big kudos to her. She had a very solid weekend. Woo! And with that, the Warriors still first in the NSIC, even though they're not undefeated anymore. They're 11-1 in conference play, but they're still swiftly in first place, 32-5 overall, and they have a couple of games to look ahead to, as the team just behind them will be playing them on Wednesday as they take on Minnesota State Mankato in Mankato, with first pitch at 2 and 4 o'clock for that doubleheader.
Huge opportunity to create some separation in that 1-2 spot in the conference. They were ranked 22nd in the country going into last weekend. With that loss to Sioux Falls, potentially drop back, because I would assume they were 29-4 and they're only 22nd, so maybe the strength of schedule is not as high for some of these teams. But obviously our softball team getting going as we're just over halfway in the season, and we'll have Warrior softball April 19th. That's a week from Sunday. It will be against St. Cloud State. Games will be at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock for those games next Sunday. And Ani Lang will be on the call. She's a former Winona State softball athlete. I believe she hit in her career, she hit like 600 in her career for Winona State softball. So we'll make sure to tune in for that. That is next Sunday at 1 and 3 o'clock. One more Warrior sport before to do that. I told everybody to bring some trivia, so we'll go first. We'll give Eric, what do you have? What did you bring here tonight for us?
I can't go far back.
Yeah.
It's okay, we won't
take
look.
the mic with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the 6,000 exoplanets, planets beyond our solar system, that's what it means.
Whoa. Slow down.
What?
Slow down.
Of the 6,000 exoplanets, which are just planets beyond our solar system, discovered so far, which is the most common type? A, Neptune-like, B, super-Earths, C, terrestrial, and D, pulsar planets.
I wish I knew what some of those meant.
Okay, well, super-Earth is just Earth, but like really bigger than just Earth. And then terrestrial is just like rocky planets, so like Earth, Venus, Mercury, and I think Mars.
And then
And then
Venus
pulsar,
more- You said Venus was what?
a like rocky planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what terrestrial means. And then pulsar planets are just like planets nearing a supernova star that's just pulsating with like a beam of light. So basically, no life is around that. So yeah.
I'd go with pulsar. That's what I would go with.
Give me the rocky planets.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna
one
go
of those two.
terrestrial. It feels like there's lots of space rocks.
It's actually Neptune-like planets.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, well, we learned something again about space. Keeping
Yeah.
it up. with
Learn
me.
something new every day.
Okay, let's do one more here. Bree, what do you have for us here today?
Okay, well, this one's kind of themed. So, as the WNBA draft is coming up next week, tell me, who was the first ever WNBA draft pick, and what year and by who?
Okay, 97.
Okay, yes.
Rebecca Lobo.
Not quite.
Not quite. Was she playing about that time? Do you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think so. Around that time, yeah.
That is something because there's a couple names where it's like they pop in. Is Tamika Catchings not that old?
I think she's around that age, but you're getting closer though.
getting
Like that's
closer?
the same first letter.
So T.
Yes.
Oh,
Anyone else want to
anything
chime
else
in?
here? Tina something?
Yeah. Yeah, you're so close.
I don't know why, but that Tina, I can't think of what the last name is. Like
It's
I know.
okay. It's okay. No, you're doing so good. You're actually doing a lot better than I thought.
What's the first letter of the last name?
Another T.
Tina, not Tina Turner. That's the former. Tina. I don't know.
I don't know if this is the right name, but Tina Taurasi, or is that?
That's
it's
Diana
Diana.
Taurasi.
She's retired, right?
She just retired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tina. Gosh, I can't. I can't. What team was it? Just I don't know that.
You don't know the team?
No.
Wait, actually, you might know if I give you a hint. They're coming back because the Connecticut Sun just sold their they just sold their rights. Gabe, you might know this.
So the team ended, and now they ceased to exist, and now they're coming back.
Yeah, now they're coming back.
They're moving. I just don't remember where.
That's okay.
Right? It's to Houston, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Houston Comets. And then you were close. It's Tina Thompson.
Tina Thompson.
Oh.
That's a good one. That makes us think a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah. One more Warrior sport here, that'd be women's tennis, as they split the weekend, winning 6-2 against UW Superior. Lainey Ristow and Isabel Barb won 6-1 in the number 1 doubles meet. The number 3 doubles, it was Allie Berger and Clara Tomke, who we had here on the rundown, winning in that one 6-3, and 5 Warriors in that meet won singles, and there would have been including it was Barr, Kate Verlander, and Tomke, and then it was as a couple other Warriors got some wins. And then Coe College was victorious in the second of their matches. They won 5-2 for the Warriors. The one doubles win was Barr and Ristow winning 6-4, including Lainey Ristow winning NSIC Player of the Week in women's tennis, the first Warrior to win that award or that honor this year. So it's very exciting for them as they got a win. They will be back in action this upcoming weekend at the University of Sioux Falls on Saturday, and that will be at 6 o'clock. Or I made that Friday, and then on Saturday they'll be at Augustine at 3:30 for them. They will be back in action in Winona, Minnesota for their next home meet, and actually they don't have any more scheduled for Winona. They'll be in Owatonna, Minnesota on April 18th. That's against Minnesota State Mankato. And then the NSIC tournament taking place April 24th through the 26th. Well, we about hit halftime here on the Sports Rundown. We talked about the Masters is coming up this week. We'll talk about that. We have the national championship for the men's basketball tournament tonight. The women's championship was yesterday. We'll talk about that and so much more here on the Sports Rundown on 89.5 KQAL. You're listening to the Sports Rundown here on 89.5 KQAL. I'm Ryan Glenn, joined by Gabe Slavin, Eric Bell, and Bree Conway. As we are here tonight, the national championship for the men's basketball tournament is tonight. UConn taking on Michigan. We can break down that matchup in a little bit, but the women's championship was yesterday as well, as UCLA hands it to South Carolina 79-51. But Bree, before I want to get your thoughts on that. On Friday night, we had the Final Four. A couple low-scoring games as we saw South Carolina, you could say, pull the upset. I know one beating a one, but undefeated UConn goes down. And at the end of that game, Gino Auriemma was pretty heated. So as a women's college basketball enthusiast as yourself, kind of what was your take on that?
Oh, I was so mad. I'm sorry, guys. To be quite frank, I wasn't a huge fan of Gino in the first place, but that just made me even more upset because it's just so unprofessional. Like, you're leaving your senior girls out on the floor while you go and pout because the other coach forgot to give you a handshake, which she didn't. But like,
there's video of it.
Right, there's video of it. And then in the third quarter, he, like, even before this happened, he attacks her again, like, she's saying, like, stuff that she's, like, screaming at the refs on the side, like, cursing at them. And be like, oh, our players' jerseys are getting torn. They're calling nothing. And then I love how ESPN immediately just cuts to footage of Sarah Strong ripping her own jersey.
Did she take it off then after that too?
Yeah, she switched jerseys. Actually, in both like the Final Four and the championship, there was a jersey swap because yesterday Lauren Betts got blood on her jersey, so she had to get a new jersey too. So very, very interesting indeed. But anyways, back to that situation. I was really upset about it because like that's so unprofessional. Yeah. I mean, he issued an apology, but like
he did. He said he was sorry for what he did. He was not. That's not what UConn's supposed to stand for. And like you said, with the seniors, and it's funny. My mom said, she's like, I bet his wife was like, you got to apologize for that. Like, or just people, I bet a bunch of people were like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. They were like, what are you doing? Like, this is just embarrassing for you. Like, and I think it's just such like a comparison, like just the contrast between him and Dawn Staley, because Dawn Staley is so classy, so
she gets fired up too. She does.
She does, but like to her opponent, at the very least, she is so incredibly like sportsmanlike and classy, and like the fact that she had to put up with that just irks me to no end. Like, she should not have to deal with, like, a cranky old man getting upset because he thinks that she didn't shake her hand, like, as many times as he thought that she should.
It's all lies.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to UConn's PR team for writing that up for Gino after the game. But
ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT. You know what's really interesting, though? What number did Sarah Strong put on for the replacement jersey in the Final Four? Do you remember?
I'm trying to. It was at like 55 or something.
You know why that's significant?
Why is that significant?
Because if UConn would have won this game, that would have been the 55th consecutive win in a row for the Huskies. So that was kind of a little bit of a mind games thing there. Didn't work out, obviously, but I find that very interesting, especially with this situation.
That is really interesting. Wow. Yeah, back to the game itself though. Yeah, it was a really low scoring game. I think it was just because of the defense. Like, both UConn and South Carolina have just insane defense, and South Carolina just had a better, they were able to get past UConn, and UConn was not shooting well. AZ Flood was doing so bad. Like, I love her so much, but she had a horrible night, and I'm really hoping it didn't tank her draft stock genuinely, because it was really rough.
Picked the bad time to have the off night.
She picked a bad time.
They're not able to win. It would be their 13th championship, I think.
Number 13.
They didn't get there.
Yeah.
It would have been number 13. They don't get there. UCLA wins the other semifinal game, 51-44 over Texas. Another low scoring, and then.
And Madison Booker had a really, really bad night as well. I think she went 1 for 30 or something. It was just abysmal. But also another thing with the coaching is there was if you and even if you're comparing two male coaches, just Gino against the Texas coach Vic, there was a moment where they captured near the end of the game where Rory, I don't know if you guys know who Rory Harmon is. She's a senior, but she was obviously very, very visibly upset, and she was telling him something, very visibly upset, and he just calmed her down and was talking very obviously being very kind and talking her through it, and it just is such a stark contrast to Gino, and it's
refreshing.
refreshing, genuinely.
And then the championship game, UCLA just dominates South Carolina 79-51 yesterday, and really wasn't close to UCLA's first championship.
Yeah, I know. Well, I heard technically they won a championship before women's, like the officially NCAA like Division I college basketball was a thing. But yeah, technically their first official championship. But I think as for the game, it was genuinely, I think it was just like a bad matchup for South Carolina because they like go to the post a lot, and well, you can't really go to the post when there's a 6'7" Lauren Betts there to block all your shots. It's really hard to do that. And when their 3-point shooters like Gabriela Jaquez and Gianna Neepkins were shooting lights out, like that's really hard to beat.
Yeah, it would have been a run by South Carolina if they beat both UConn and UCLA. Not able to get it done though, as UCLA wins their first national championship officially. But then that dates back to 1982 when the NCAA officially started the tournament. There's only one other Big Ten team that's ever won the national championship. Can anybody tell me who that is for women's basketball?
Michigan?
Maryland.
No. I guess.
Minnesota.
Okay, Maryland did win it, but they were not in the Big Ten at the time. So
Ohio
I will
State.
say.
Yeah, Ohio State.
No.
Minnesota.
Nope.
Indiana.
No.
Nebraska?
No, I need to find a buzzer here.
Purdue. Oh my God.
Purdue.
Purdue, yes.
Well, okay, so that's the right school, but Eric, the way you said it, I feel like that's wrong.
Dang.
Was it really Purdue?
Buzzer at here? Here we go. This is kind of.
That's surprising to me. Oh.
Eric just failed the.
Yeah, I failed the name.
Purdue, but anyway.
Was it really? They've been in recent years. They've been not good.
And yeah, it was in 1999, so it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time. But yeah, UCLA wins the national championship, their first ever. Obviously, a very veteran team, so they'll.
Oh yeah, they had
fall a
6
little bit.
seniors. Like
Yeah. So.
And did you see like in their final 4 games, literally all of their points were scored by seniors. Isn't
There you
that
go.
so cool?
There we go.
And also another thing about South Carolina, I find it interesting that they have lost back-to-back championships, and no one has said anything about it. But when Iowa loses back-to-back championships, like they make it to the championships, all of a sudden everyone is all up in arms.
Well, I guess that's what. As an Iowa fan, you just have to endure things. I guess.
I suppose.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep our coaches though. Get out of here, UNC.
Oh.
But I mean, I do want to bring up one thing about the Big Ten though. It is really interesting. Our very own Doug Westerman mentioned this to me. They've been kind of controlling a lot of national championships this year.
This is true.
Like for football, women's basketball, hockey this year. There's 2 Big Ten teams, the Frozen Four, to keep an eye on.
Because didn't Wisconsin? Oh, are we talking about men? I was thinking about the
Wisconsin
women.
also won for women's.
Wisconsin women win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisconsin men's and Michigan men's are both in the Frozen Four right now.
Well, and we could have a potential men's champion tonight in the Big Ten.
She's speaking
ready.
my language over here. Let's go.
You get it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take words out of your mouth.
I think it was the men's soccer team. Washington won it. So
correct.
Oh wow.
the Big Ten has dominated.
And obviously wrestling, obviously y'all don't really watch, but I do.
Well, Iowa has
State.
an amazing wrestling program. I understand why you would want to watch them.
Well,
maybe not recently. I guess I don't know, because I know like back in the day. I don't know how back in the day, but like
Dan Gable, yeah.
Yeah, within the last like 5 years. I guess I don't know how they've done like this past year or two, but like
Penn State's been kind of the top team. This year's probably been the worst year for Iowa in a very long time because they lost to Minnesota. Like who does that in wrestling? But
Yikes. Yeah. I just remember like in the Caitlin Clark era.
Oh,
like,
when they lost back-to-back championships, like you just said.
Hey, when did Minnesota make the championship?
We're talking about wrestling here.
Wrestling. The Gophers have 3 national championships in wrestling. I know that. 01, 02, 07. Actually, I feel bad. I forgot his name now. The coach who was the coach of those teams actually just passed away. Rest in peace. But yeah, no, they've been competitive for that. And hey, go for women's basketball. They're building.
They did make it to the Sweet 16.
They've been to a Final Four. It's happened. It's happened. But we'll see. We'll see how the Big Ten continues to get better in every sport. And as Bree mentioned tonight in the men's side, Michigan playing for the national championships. They take on UConn. That game will tip off just before 8:00, about 7:50, but probably like an 8:10 start then, just because they have to. They just have to milk the coverage. They just have to.
They always go late.
But yeah, in the Final Four of that one, UConn beat Illinois 71-62. Any thoughts on that game?
That was very much like Illinois just could not buy any of their buckets that they usually got in this entire tournament. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that. One miss, I don't know who shot it. It might have been Wagler, but it literally rolls
Wagler.
inside the hoop and hits the side of the rim and rolls off. And I've never seen a miss like that before.
I saw that. I saw like a post. I was like, what is Dan Hurley doing to these rims? Because I saw that clip. I was like, geez.
And yeah, I think we found the hero of the tournament. I'm missing his last name, but Mullen.
Braylon Mullen.
Braylon Mullen.
Yes.
He unlocked his 3-ball.
Mullins.
He unlocked his 3-ball. I believe he hit 3 3-point shots in the Final Four game against Illinois, and he's been very crucial in these last couple. But,
Absolutely.
I mean, Ryan, you had a stat, I believe, last week on the rundown for before that shot against Duke from his 3-point percentage or how many shots he's taken. I mean, he wasn't really shooting anything very particularly great, but now he's just finding his shot at the right moment.
Yeah, he is. Well, Bree, did you watch the game? Did you?
You mean the Illinois UConn?
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
And any other thoughts differing from Gabe's or pretty similar?
Yeah, I feel like Illinois started off pretty good, but then they just started to struggle. I didn't watch as closely in the second half. I was with my family on Saturday, and we had the game on. We did a little Easter celebration on Saturday because I came home yesterday. But yeah, they seemed to struggle, and UConn UConn picked it up, and they were able to hit their shots, and. Yeah, I don't know. The number 5, my cousin, he likes this whole sports betting thing, and he was betting on number 5.
Terrace Reed.
Yeah, Terrace Reed from UConn, and he had a pretty good game, didn't he?
He did inside. I can't remember how many points he had.
He had quite a few. But yeah, you mentioned Wagley. Wagley did have is he like usually good? Because he had a good game at least.
Keaton Wagler.
He is their leading scorer. He was a first-team All-American this year. I mean, unbelievable.
Loaded freshman classes this year.
Interesting.
And one thing to know, their top player, their senior Alex Caravan, who's been on all these national championship teams, he's only had 14 points in the last 2 games. So I did see maybe he's going to pop off here for them in the championship. But Eric, did you watch any or see any of these Final Four games?
I saw the Michigan and Arizona game, and I
can talk about it.
I kind of tuned out because it was.
Yeah, me too. I kind of tuned out of it.
It was kind of sad to see because I thought this Arizona team was Arizona
right.
team has been,
I thought they were unstoppable. Yeah.
But then I guess they are solid against Michigan. I mean, Michigan, I'll go win that for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played tonight. Michigan dominated Arizona. That was It wasn't even close.
It was never close.
Axel Lendeborg was hurt the majority of this game. He didn't play a lot of minutes, so watching him do that. And you mentioned Terrace Reed. I do want to mention this. You know what his former team is?
What's his former team?
The Michigan Wolverines.
Really?
So a little bit of a revenge game there. So keep an eye on that.
That's kind of fun.
That's incredible. UConn will go for their 7th national championship. In the last now would be 27 tournaments, which is, again, the women's team has put up an unbelievable run, and the men's team it's weird. They've been kind of bad at times, but now they get better. So now I have a little bit of a listing trivia. We'll get to it's Gabe has the next trivia. We'll get to yours in a second, but including UConn now. So name the 14. You can do this as a group. The 14 schools, because Michigan's trying to get their second tonight. Name the 14 schools that have won multiple national championships in men's basketball.
Okay. Duke, Kentucky, UCLA,
Gonzaga.
Indiana. Gonzaga never won.
Never won it, yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They've always been the eternal bridesmaid. Second.
Villanova.
Villanova has 3.
Tar Heels.
Tar Heels has
Yes.
6. Yep.
Yes, the Tar Heels.
Rock Chalk.
Rock Chalk with 4.
What's Rock Chalk?
Kansas.
Oh no,
okay,
Rock
okay.
Chalk.
I was like, I've never heard of this.
We'll have to do slogan quizzes.
Oh yeah, maybe. Michigan State, any?
Michigan State has 2. They're the last Big Ten team to win it.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah, it's been 26 years.
How many have you listed off so far?
You have gotten so far 8.
8.
Out of 14? Was it? How many?
Or actually, so it would have been. You have 7. You have 7 out of the 14 so far.
We said the Bruins, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, you said the Bruins.
You have the top 5. I checked off UConn as well. They were one of the 15 schools, so I only had guessed.
Technically Louisville.
Yep, Louisville. Technically, actually, I think they did have 2 back
Before.
in the.
The Florida Gators.
Florida Gators with 3.
Yeah,
Nice one.
I was gonna guess if
They
Florida
have
had
3.
more.
Yes. Georgetown, no, they only have 1.
UNLV.
UNLV, no, only 1.
Tennessee.
Tennessee has never been to a Final Four.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just thinking of the women.
The women's side has been
The
dominant.
women's
Yeah,
good, yeah.
it's some schools. UConn, there's some schools that have both sides that are really nobody's even close to UConn.
What about Texas?
Texas? I don't think they've ever won it. No.
Shoot.
LSU.
LSU, no.
Yeah, that was going to be.
We
my
do have
one, I
a Big
guess.
Ten school still in this list.
Oh, do we?
We do. They have 5 national championships.
And we
Big
already
10 5.
did. We already got Michigan and Michigan State.
We say Indiana.
Indiana.
Oh,
I did not hear it.
of course.
And then the rest of the way, these ones are a little more difficult, but right now you have 2 Big 12 schools, an ACC, and then a West Coast Conference school.
San Francisco.
San Francisco is 2.
Oh, I
Yeah,
would never
Bree
know
had
that
no
one.
idea.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
you can tell.
Oklahoma.
ACC.
You're close.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State with
There you
2.
go.
Then we have an ACC and a Big 12.
ACC. St. John's.
No,
That's
that's the Big East.
Big
Bree.
East.
Oh, oops, that's my fault.
ACC and a Big 12.
ACC both have 2 national championships.
Well, we can just start ripping Kansas State.
No, they're
Texas
newer to
Tech.
the Big 12.
Near the Big 12. BYU.
No,
Does Memphis have one?
no, they've been to a championship, but they've never won it.
Memphis. New to the Cincinnati.
Cincinnati with
There we
2.
go.
All right,
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this last team has been in a Final Four in the last
NC
couple of
State.
years. NC State with
Yep.
2. There you go.
Oh,
North
okay.
Carolina.
Well
the
done,
basketball
everybody.
state.
As Michigan looks for their second national championship, their last being in their first only being in 1989. So UConn goes for tonight. Michigan tips off in just over an hour from now. Let's make a pick here.
Well, I was going to throw some
Oh, what do you got?
historical
Yeah,
stats here
let's go.
because if there's a lot of history here. So if Michigan wins, it would be 3 years or 2 years removed since they won a football national championship. Can y'all name the last time that we've seen a team win both the men's basketball and football national championships within that 2-year gap?
I think I know it.
Oh,
You know it?
basketball and football.
Unless there's, I'm pretty sure I know it.
Most recent.
Most recent.
recent.
Yeah, it's I'd go with
They're one of the teams on the list we just had.
Sure.
Yes. It is the Florida Gators,
Florida
back
Gators.
with Tim Tebow as well as Joakim Noah. Who's the head coach of that Florida team?
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
He's might be out of the job.
Well, he was maybe going to go to this North Carolina job
Yeah.
that's no longer open, but that's a good stat. Wasn't Corey Brewer was on that team? Al
Yep.
Horford. Like it's weird how those guys have had somewhat lengthy NBA careers. A couple of them did.
And I haven't gotten to UConn's yet.
Oh,
because
here-
that's
let's go.
interesting.
Let's
'cause
go.
If UConn wins, it'd be their 3rd national championship in 4 years. What was the last team to do that in men's basketball?
Ooh, men's
That
basketball.
would be the UCLA teams back in the it would have been like
7
70
straight national championships.
70. It was like 67 to 73 or something.
If you counted the last 3, it would
Oh, it was
be
like
73 to
3.
71.
Yeah. That's crazy. John Wooden, and that's why they're first with 11.
Huh, I didn't realize that both men's and women's UCLA basketball was so so good in the 70s.
Right? And it's weird how some sports, some teams just dominate. Like if you look like the NBA, if you look at the Celtics, they won like 8 straight or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's
just
the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers. Yeah, like it's just how it wasn't as competitive maybe as it was today. But great stats, Gabe. Yes, I want to. Also, UConn, they've won all the championships. It's the first time they're considered the the lower seed, I should say. They're wearing the blue jerseys then. So
Oh, yeah, I saw
they've
that.
always won in the white jerseys.
Wait, so that I didn't realize. I thought that the blue meant that they were the higher seed.
Yeah, so it's interesting because for a lot of maybe you could say high school or lower level, your darker or your primary color is your home jersey, but
Sure.
That's just
yeah.
Minnesota.
that's just
That's just
Oh.
Minnesota. That
Okay.
Iowa's the whites.
okay. Then you guys wear it correctly because the white jerseys. That's how it used to be in the NHL too. The white jerseys used to be the home jerseys, and now they've changed that. So it's college basketball. They do that. They do that better, I would say. But we'll see how it goes tonight, and we can make a quick pick here. Who's going to win?
Michigan.
We all are going to say Michigan. I'm going to go UConn.
Okay, as he says, we're all going to say. Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be close, but I think I'll go with the Big Ten team with Michigan. I know I said that they were overrated a few weeks ago, but unfortunately, since there are no other options, I would pick them over UConn every time.
Yes, Michigan's going to win it, and the Big Ten streak will officially be over. Even though they're having an amazing year overall, basketball streak will be over. Anyway, Gabe, you have our last trivia before we move on to our next sport. What is it?
Well, you're not going to have trivia?
I
He already
just kind of
did.
did one, so
I guess.
actually I do have another one also, but I can save that.
All right, so which Carroll County community in west central Iowa is coincidentally linked to Super Bowls? Okay. Your options: Manson, Carroll, Manning, Manila.
I'm going Carroll.
I'm gonna go Manning because it sounds like Peyton Manning.
I'm going with Carroll too.
Ding, ding, ding. Bree got it right.
Oh, really? Does it have anything to do with Peyton
just-
Manning?
Okay, so here's the connection here. In 1881, a depot was built on the future site of the town of Manning where two railroads intersected. And this connects in 1948 with small town high school basketball team won a state championship much larger than Davenport, while Manning's football team won the 2002 Class A football title by a score of 52-0. How does that connect to the Mannings? I'm not really sure, but it does.
Oh, just
Wait, so
okay.
it does connect to them?
It somehow does. It's kind of a rabbit hole.
Okay.
Wait, that's crazy. So I was right. I don't know. It just felt right to me.
Well done, Bree. Way to go. Way to
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Moving on now to some. I do have a baseball story, which I'm not sure if any of you saw this, but does the name Joe Adele, outfielder for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim outfielder, ring a bell at all? Anybody see this? You saw this?
Yeah,
Eric.
I did.
Bree, you heard about this?
I have not.
So Joe Adele, who was playing right field for the Angels. This would have been on Saturday, I believe. They were taking on the Seattle Mariners, and Joe Adele. You know what robbing a home run means, right? I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Kinda, yeah. I could probably guess based off contact
Yeah.
clues.
Well, he did it 3 times in one game.
Oh wow.
He robbed Cal Raleigh in the top of the first, Josh Naylor in the top of the 8th, and then J.P. Crawford in the top of the 9th. And that last one, I would look it up if I were you. He makes the catch, and then he falls into the stands, and then he stands up in the front row, and he's just like holding the glove up, and it looks like he's a fan just who caught a home run ball. But
Wow.
And according to Sports Info Solutions, a sports data service, said he's the first player with 3 home run robberies in a single game since they began tracking that statistic in 2004. So
Wow.
obviously it could happen before 2004, but pretty impressive. And it happened. The 2 of them happened in the last 2 innings, so that would have been quite a cool thing to watch. As the Angels, who are really not, other than having Mike Trout, aren't known for anything else in the last decade. They've really been awful. It's
Didn't they have Shohei?
Yeah, that's Shohei.
but they didn't do anything with them. So it's like that's a good point, but like it doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? Just they've been kind of a joke. But anyway, baseball. One of the baseball thing this doesn't have to be a trivia question more, but like the ESPN did an MLB watchability index. So it was a way they did some type of data where they put it together and kind of ranked with young players, talents. Who do you want to watch the most? Who's going to be the most entertaining? The Twins ranked 26th out of 30. So let's just say that's the type of season they're having, and they're right now they are 3-6 on the year. But also this week is Masters week. I know. Again, Gabe's a little more bigger of a golf fan, and I'm going to give him the floor now. Tell me, Gabe, what are you most excited about here for the Masters? What maybe storylines, or what are you looking for?
Well, I can't tell you a lot about storylines, but I do have a lot of golfers that I'm really interested in. Rose, especially, because he's won a tournament so far. It wasn't as big as the Masters, obviously, so keep an eye on him. I mean, Carter Hahn, one of our former analysts here on the Sports Rundown, he's a big DeChambeau guy, obviously watching his YouTube channel. So I want to keep an eye on that. Also, like kind of the trends. Like obviously a popular pick here, Scotty Scheffler. I've been told that he's not really had that great of a start. He has won a tournament so far this year, but it's just probably not going to be his year. So there's a couple of people I have in mind. I think I'm going to go with Rose here, but there's a lot of like interesting golfers. And obviously, like there's one winner, so a lot of people have different picks. I mean, last year, your guy, Rory McIlroy. McIlroy. I mean, picked up his Grand Slam, and Ryan, you had a stat for us, which obviously none of us got right, but if you want to list those off.
Well, the 6 Grand Slam winners, you didn't even know who Jack Nicklaus was. So you ever heard of Jack Nicklaus, Bree or Eric?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, good.
I've not, but I actually have heard of Scotty Scheffler.
Well done. So Bree, are you going to watch the Masters?
No.
No. Right away shoots it down. God.
I'm sorry. I really only like fast-paced sports.
I guess that I guess that's I can see that. It's
Thank you.
Golf is a beautiful game. It's just Take some
can
time. You
imagine.
got to have patience, and you can do other things as you're watching it.
I mean, I think it would be fun. Like, I don't think it would be bad to play. Like, it's very relaxing. But like, I don't like. What do you guys enjoy about watching golf?
Just the strategy of it and how it's like
Oh,
to me
okay.
it's like
Okay.
it's like a big, so I'm a horse racing fan anyway, but I'll use
Oh,
this
sure.
metaphor of like
Sure.
it's like a horse race, but it's just slow. It's like because when guys are making birdies or whatever, if they make
Yeah.
bogeys, they drop back or they go ahead with birdies, and it's fun to see kind of
Yeah.
and it plays out over a couple days, and majors are fun because there's so much on the line. Like there's the 4 majors,
Sure.
and it's just they play for those moments. So it's like
Interesting.
you don't really, they don't have like a, so to speak, a Super Bowl. Like they have like an end of the year playoffs where they're actually like
Sure.
regular season. But
I'd suggest to listen to Rory winning last year, because like just listening to Jim Nantz talk about it, it just feels
and you get to listen to Jim Nantz.
obviously that's a treat always, but like you just kind of get immersed in that story, and it's very nice to hear. So I'd suggest listening to that.
Yeah, he's just a craftsman with words. I don't even, you can't even describe
A poet.
a poet. He's so good with that. That will start on Thursday. And one cool thing about the Masters is that every past champion, once you win the tournament, you are invited back for life. So this week,
really?
Yeah, this week, Fred Couples, who won the 1992 Masters, 66 years old, was actually college roommates with Jim Nantz at the University of Houston, is playing in the tournament this year. And there's been the last couple of years, a couple of the older guys have retired, so it's pretty cool because like this year, the 2016 winner, Danny Willett, is playing. And nobody's ever heard of Danny Willett, but he won the Masters 10 years ago, so he gets to keep coming back. And it's pretty cool, too. The other cool part is about, like, the concession stands there. Everything's, like, $2 or $3. I don't know if you've
Really?
and you're not allowed to bring your cell phone into the
Oh.
property. So it is.
Fancy.
It's like people always say they're going into, like, a different world because there's just no internet. You're just kind of immersed in the moment, which is unique.
You know who I just realized enjoys the sport of golf? My favorite person, Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay.
She's a golf enjoyer. Did you know this, Gabe?
A little bit. I didn't know she was super big into golf, but I saw her play a couple of rounds.
I may be not super big into golf, but like I feel like she's there quite often. Like in the off season, I feel like I've seen so many posts of her like going golfing. So maybe I will get into golf.
Maybe, all right, everybody pull up the Masters odds right now, and I want you to pick a winner.
Oh, boy.
Gabe picked Justin Rose, so we got his pick. But Eric and Bree, I want you to make prediction. It could mean you go off their name. It doesn't even matter. Just give me a name who you think is going to win. Because
Okay.
sometimes, again, guys get hot. It happens in golf, so it's fun.
Wait, can I do Scotty Scheffler?
You can take Scotty Scheffler. He's a favorite.
Okay.
He's all right.
I like
Eric,
the
who's your
name
winner?
too, Scotty Scheffler. Like that's a fun name. I like that one.
John Ram.
He has won before, so
okay.
would not be that bad of a pick. I would go Ludwig Olberg, who is one of the top favorites as well. Scotty is obviously going to be tough to beat, but it should be fun. I do have, so Gabe had a kind of a trivia question. I do kind of have a trivia question, so it's more of you have to guess this number. But so this was over the weekend. Steph and Seth Curry both played on the floor with the Warriors. In the Warriors' 77th game of the year, they finally got to play on the floor together because they've both been hurt on and off throughout the year. How many sets of brothers have ever shared the floor? This was according to a stat on The Athletic I read. How many sets of brothers all time in the NBA have shared the floor?
Sets of brothers.
Yep.
Well, you got the Lopez.
I don't think you're going to be able to list on your hands. It's like on your fingers. It's more than that.
Okay, I'm gonna say 30.
I'll say like 22.
I'm gonna say 50.
40 was the stat.
Oh,
So
okay.
if we're going off Price is Right rules, Gabe wins. Eric went over.
And there was lots of like brother sister duos in basketball or basketball and football.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Like
Like who? Give me an example.
let's see. Well, the one that's currently in the top of my mind is Gabriela Hawkes is going to be a WNBA player, and then her brother is on the Miami Heat.
Jamie Jaquez.
James.
Jaime?
I think
Yeah,
Is it-
Jaime
yeah, I
Hawkes.
knew-
Yeah.
it was it, yep.
And then I believe Angel Reese's brother plays professional sports.
yes, he does.
And then I'm trying to. There's other ones too. Maybe I feel like Enrique Ogunbowale's brother is also in professionals, like on a football team. And there's more
I think he was
too.
a running Agumbawale.
Yeah.
He was running back for Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure. And then he was on the Texans.
He was the
Yeah, he was
backup
on the
kicker.
Texans.
That-
Yeah.
He's the back. Yeah. He was. That's right.
Yes. So there's lots more, but those are just the ones at the top of my mind.
Well, there we go. All in the family for a lot of people. And then we're just here talking about sports. And did anybody here have professional athletes in the family? Anybody? And no,
No.
we don't have the genes. Well, maybe the next generation will.
I mean, I guess if Ryan Heisey were here, he would probably
That's
say
true.
yes.
We could and who knows? Maybe able to have Ryan Heisey on
Speaking
again.
of which, the Frost clinch playoff.
Well done. We go for a three-peat. We'll talk about that pretty soon. So that's going to do it here for the Sports Rundown. Thank you for listening. For Bree Conway, Eric Bell, Gabe Slavin, I'm Ryan Glenn saying thank you for listening to this edition of the Sports Rundown. Make sure to podcast us on wherever you get your wherever you listen to your podcast, KQAL or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Thank you for listening. And as always, roll Warriors.